Alright guys, here's a hydro update for you. This is the oil that came out of this sucker. Look at that. Nasty shit, just black. Black and thick and gross. So yeah, I don't know how long that oil's been in there, but change your oil guys. That's a bad sign. Here is the old rod and crank and piston out of the engine out of that thing. And to be honest with you, it didn't look too bad at all. So, one thing I did notice was, if you can see on here, this is an oiler hole here, where the oil slings up and goes down in there for the bearing. To lube that up, or not the bearing, but this surface here. And this was on backwards. This little thing is the oil slinger, and that's supposed to be, when it's rotating, it's supposed to be on the front. When I took it off, it was on the back here, but it's supposed to be opposite of this hole. So I don't know if that was part of the problem, but it's still making the same noise, guys. So my new theory is I think it's piston. It's got piston slop. So yeah, you can still hear it. It's still making the same noise. Not burning any oil. I think the oil leak, I think I fixed that. I think it was just this cover down here was leaking. I'm pretty sure they had this thing apart before, guys. Just by judging when I took the cover off, and the gasket was all screwed up. So, excuse me, that's my theory on it. It was apart before in the past. And judging by that rod cap being on backwards, so I'm just gonna run it like this. I mean, the rod and the crank are good, so I'll just run it until it pops or whatever. But as much as I'm driving them, it's not really gonna be an issue. So I did get my cover painted and mounted. Turned out pretty decent. But I filmed this job, guys. I tried to anyways, but they had stump grinders going and all kinds of shit going on the day I did it. You couldn't even hear me. So I was like, screw this. I just deleted the video, but it wasn't nothing bad, nothing major. I mean, I was able to do it. I left the head on. I took the other side tin off. I basically just took everything off of this side and then used my puller and got the flywheel off. Wasn't too bad at all. I didn't even take the head off. I left the head on it, and this was off. I took the pulley off again, and then unbolted this side. It all comes off, and then you just gotta take the camshaft out and watch the tappets. They fall out of there, but that was pretty much it. And then unbolted the rod and took the rod or the crank out, and the rod came out. The other thing that makes me suspect that it's got to be piston slap is I was able to put the piston back up in there by hand, compressing the rings. And as far as I can tell, you're not supposed to be able to do that without the ring compressor and going down from the top. But I was able to shove the piston back up in there by hand, so I think that's a little bit worn out. No expert here, but I'd say that's not right. But everything else is working good, guys. Rear still working phenomenal. There's a squeak or a rub back here. I think it's that fan. I just have to check the blades, make sure the blades are fine. And the last thing mechanical I'm going to do is, when I was working on it, that one's not so bad, but I leaned on the wheel. The damn thing went way over, so I got a new set of bushings coming. $16 for 4 shipped. I think I got the last ones for 15, but this was just a little bit more. But I get 4 of them, and it's not too bad. it's better just to change them all out and have them all new and fresh. But that's pretty much the update on the hydro here, guys. So I did the rod and the crank, but it's still making the noise. So either, I don't know, either I'll rebuild it or I'll just throw another engine on there, or pissed off the original lists and put a diesel on it. I don't know. We'll see. But here's the old stuff, guys. Well, this was the piston. This isn't the original piston to that engine. This is the one that I got with the new crank. I didn't want to put that in there, so. But that's pretty much it. That's all I know, guys. Yeah, so I'll just hang on to these because I'm assuming they're still good. They look good. No wearing, no scoring, no scarring, no heat issues or nothing like that with them. So I'll just bag them up and save them. Maybe I'll put them back in if I do the hone job or something. But that's pretty much it. Here's the manual I followed. 110 inch-pounds, torque down the nuts, and called it good. So, alright guys, well, I could put that motor in there, but no, I don't want to part out that 69. If I keep doing that, I won't have anything left for that. So alright guys, I'm just going to start cleaning up this mess and go in and eat some dinner. So, that is your update from here.